Oh, a little bit. Oh, a little. So you're live now.
Okay.
So I'm delighted to welcome you as an honorary teacher as well as the honorary guest in my program. And I'm too much amused to have you in my program to live session to get reliable information about the high study, hindrance, advantage as well as disadvantage. All of my fellow friends as well as the student, they will get some information from you as well as inshallah we will try to best give in this session. So at first take my salam. Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Walaikum salam.
Alaikum salam. So at first let me share. Just a minute. I'm sharing. Hmm. Okay, sir. Hello, sir. Sorry, sir.
Walaikum salam.
Sir, if you don't mind, could you express yourself briefly, if you don't mind, sir?
Oh, no, that's fine. Thank you for inviting me. Actually, this is my first live session. I'm a little bit nervous what I will say. But by the way, my name is Qutb Islam, and I'm a faculty member of Bangladesh Development Science and Technology University. Because of higher study, now I'm living in university in Glasgow City, and I'm studying in international masters in security and intelligence and strategic studies.
Thank you very much, sir. So one thing more, sir. You could you use the headphones, sir?
Sure.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Sir, let's get jumped in our topic. So, and today our topic is high study about the scholarship as well as all of the things we'll discuss over here. And today my special guest is Bodrul Islam Foster, sir, and he is my honorable teacher in my University of Bangabandhu Sheikh Muhammad Science and Technology University, and he is a faculty member of international relationship. Right now, he's abroad as well as degree, taking the PhD degree right now. So thank you very much, and sir is giving us a lot of time because of now he is a lot of busy because of that he is trying to achieve something activities from there as well as sir, and we will take a lot of things as well as information, all of the valuable information we will take try to from you, inshallah. So at first we want to know that and what is high study, if you do something.
Okay. Before going to the main discussion, I want to just edit something.
Okay,
First
sir.
of all, I'm a faculty member of international relations, and I'm not doing my PhD degree here. I'm doing
Oh,
my
okay, sir.
master's. Okay, it's my second master. Okay,
Okay.
now what is higher study? By the way, actually it is depends on different countries to countries, but usually we consider higher study like some countries consider higher study like the undergrad program that what you guys are doing that, then the master's program and PhD program also. And we also think this higher study means, for example, the master's program or PhD program and postdoc program, MPhil, something like that. But in general, I will say that after HEC exam, the study of the learning what you will take is all considered the higher study.
Thank you very much, sir. So, sir, you know that so we are right now student as well as all of the people in our Bangladesh maybe right now is in quarantine time. So some people are being too much depressed, to take high study in abroad. So some people are do thinking that. So right now it is not the time, proper time to go to the outside to get higher study. So because of that coronavirus times, as also a huge cost, as well as they will not get enough the opportunity over there. So what do you think about the opportunities of higher study right now in this outside? Bangladesh.
Okay. Uh, I will say that the fact is that since this is a pandemic time and everyone is a little bit nervous and depressed in some cases, but I will say that it can be a good chance for the students to take a better preparation for their future dream or for their future career. There is no chances to just use these times with this other types of activities which are not related with your career or your education. And another thing is that I will say that higher study is not something like that. Okay, I want to pursue a master degree or PhD degree, so let's do that. It cannot be happened because it's not a so much easy task that okay today I decided and tomorrow I will go. So it's a process. So if you decide that I want to pursue a higher education in outside of my country, either a master's program or a PhD program, then you have to decide first. Then you have to familiar with the procedure, how you can do that. I'm going to explain this process later, but the fact is that you have to decide first that whether or not you will pursue a PhD or master's degree in outside of your country. If you take the decision, then you should be familiar with the process. That means you have to search, you have to read, you have to learn that how we can pursue or how we can fulfill the process to get a scholarship, to get an admission, and something like that. But I will say that it's not something like this. Okay, I decided to do that, and tomorrow you can finish the process. No, it's a long process. At least if you decide that you need at least 6 to 12 months to go for a higher study, because there are some things, there are some requirements that you have to achieve first. So therefore, I will say that in this quarantine is not there. There's no way to be depressed, but you guys can utilize this time perfectly if you
Okay.
want.
Okay, sir. So you're saying something valuable information about that one, sir. If I say the why is important the high study for a country like that, Bangladesh, maybe high study is not available as well as some people, maybe American, European country, they are not coming in our country to get high study. But we are going to our outside like European country as well as America, Canada, Australia, all people we are going. So why the high study is most important for a country like that or Bangladesh? What will be affected? What is
Okay, it's actually it's not a complex question. I think that everyone know more or less about that, but I'm not going to tell the detail. But the fact is that it not necessarily Bangladeshi people are thinking that I will do my PhD or something like that in the outside of country. If you want to take your higher education, it is also possible in Bangladesh. That is University of Dhaka, even our university also provide PhD degree. Okay, that is also part of higher
can I
education.
interrupt here?
Yeah, sure.
So if our Bangladesh is possible to get high study, so some people who are going to outside country as well as maybe I have studied before 2 years, maybe. So maybe in our Bangladesh, maybe huge people are doing the PhD, maybe their PhD in the Islamic history, culture, music, as well as something else they're doing. But actually, what will be affecting our country to develop with the PhD of these types of the
Okay.
studies like the subject?
Okay, now I'm going to the second part of the previous question. That's why we choose to go the outside of our country.
Yes, sir. Yeah, yeah.
The fact is that you are not going to Nepal or, for example, Myanmar or
Yes.
yeah, or
Yeah.
even the Zimbabwe for your higher education. Because
Yeah.
we also know that this country's educational systems is not something like a much better than ours. So we are always thinking that okay, if I can go the European countries or the North American countries, I can do well because why we choose the foreign university? The main fact is that they have a lot of opportunity that you can learn. means you have a research facilities that is really, really sometimes constrained in some countries like ours, and there's some like a top level. Can you hear me? Okay, then there are some opportunities to meet with other students from the different parts of the world, and their educational systems and their resources all are actually vast. I will not say that our in our country the faculty members have the less capability or quality. No, I will not
No,
say.
no, yes, sir. Absolutely yes.
From my experience, I will say that we have a very good faculty members in different universities of our country. But the fact is that our system, our way of giving the learning method and the opportunities of the students to do research and also by the faculty members are really limited. That's why we are always thinking that okay, if I can go to the outside of my country, like a better country, then I can do my I can utilize my possibility, utilize my potentials in the best way. And it is not always a common thing that we are going to the outside for our higher education. Even
Yes.
in my class, we have a seven American student, but we know that America is also that means a place of research and learning the new technologies. So why they are coming in United Kingdom or Czech Republic for their higher education. So, and this is the third factors that you have to also consider a better educational institution which you were thinking that, for example, if you wanted to do a master's degree in development studies or migration, then which university you will choose? You can go to the University of Sussex. It is in United Kingdom. Okay, then you
Yes, sir.
will not go to the Australia or even America. And it is just the case because there are different disciplines. For that discipline, some universities are very much well and they have a very good research facilities and reputation. Therefore, for example, some students of our country they are going to France because they have lots of potentials for a study in biology and biological science. Okay,
Yes.
and for example, if you want to study literature, English literature, then the best place is United Kingdom, especially the Oxford University. Okay, if you were thinking about to learn about this technological thing, then MIT or Harvard maybe or Stanford may be the good one. If you want to study in political science, of course, then London School of Economics in United Kingdom, or maybe the University of Chicago in the United States, they may be a good option. So it also depends on your subject and in your field, which university is good or better or best, then you can decide where you will go. And your second question is, what will be the benefit for our country?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely there's a uh, that means the positive impact of this definitely because, for example, when a student or a person pursue their higher education in other countries, they can learn actually from a different environment.
Yeah.
And for example, in the in international in European universities or the American universities, you will find some that is the multicultural students from the different parts of the world. So you can learn one discipline or one topic from a diversified field of people. For example, if you say this, what is security? I will say there's something that security means maybe the food security, energy security, because I'm from the developing world. But if you say about the security to the United students, they will say that the military security or something like that, or cyber security. So therefore, it is a good chances to learn from each other. And by this experience, you can take the best one, or you can that means you can learn from your other fellow mates or different faculty members, and when you come back to your country, you can implement to your countries. For example, when I will come back, definitely I will learn something like a different types of methods of like teaching style or assessment system or the different way of learning that I can apply in my class to my students and they will be definitely benefited. Okay.
Yeah.
A research student, for example, if someone is doing some researching in foreign universities, for example, in science or in the technological field, they can come back to our country and they can contribute in the research and development of our country. It's not necessarily that the faculty member or the university teacher going outside of the country and they will come back. They will only teach their students. The students like you, where you will complete your foreign degree and then come back to your country, then definitely you can use your all experiences. For example, it not necessarily that if you pursue a foreign degree in outside of your country, then it's not necessarily you will learn everything from academically, but you can learn everything like so much of practices, like a culture, like tradition, and like a behavior, norms, values of different types of things you can learn, and you can utilize the best thing in your country.
Yes, sir.
Have you
That's
understood?
good.
I can give you one example. Now you know that if I ask you that which country is developing well in the field of science and technology, then you will definitely say China,
China.
right?
Yeah.
Why? Because you know that in Western world or in America, a significant number of students are coming from China and they are going back to their country and now they are developing their own business or developing their own research and now contributing to their economy.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much for giving information as well as with example. So, you said a lot of maybe it is really really informative. So, if I say the one things more in our aspect of our Bangladesh, so what maybe what requirements maybe what the necessary or the but that's mean instruments are needed to maybe higher educated maybe and sometimes like that. So Myanmar, Indian as well as other people countries maybe they don't want to come in our country as well to get higher study. Maybe Somalian as well as some Nepali people, maybe their education level is too much less than our country. So maybe they are coming in our Bangladesh like that. You know that in our university, Bangabandhu Sheikh for Science and Technology University, also they have several types of Somalian as well as the Nepalian student over here. So why not another country like that? India, they are a developing country, right? As well as the another country, if I say the Bhutan, they are not coming in our country. So what actually what we have to do in our country to take the higher study as well as to get higher maybe international student in Bangladesh. So if we say it briefly, it would be better.
Okay, actually, students are always consider everything, especially the educational institution, based on the quality, and they definitely compare it with their countries. For example, if I will say when I was a student, university student, like an undergraduate student, I have seen lots of students from Turkey, Iran, even from Pakistan in Dhaka University.
Yeah.
Okay, so they consider that okay, if I want to study on this field, then Bangladesh is better good option, better from our country. Therefore, they are coming. Okay, it's not necessarily that none of them are coming actually. For example, you know there's Nepal, there's some other students are also coming in our university, that is Bangladesh Science and Technology University. Okay, they compare this, okay, if I want to take a engineering degree or something like that, then maybe Bangladesh is a good option
Yeah.
for me. They will compare it with their countries. But if some countries, like for example, say that India, China, why they don't come to our country because they consider this okay, their country's educational system or educational quality is better than us. Therefore, they don't come. It's quite natural. So I would say that if we can increase the quality of our education and educational system, then definitely the foreign students will be interested to come in our country. And you know that there are some few other students from the different countries like United Kingdom, Canada, and United States. They come to our country for their internship. I have, when I was in a research institute, I have seen three students from the from the country that I have mentioned. They come here only for their internship program because they know that in migration sector, we Bangladesh is very experienced country, and we have a lot of migrants working in outside of country, and we have a lot of organization who are working on refugee and on migrants. So therefore, they decided that they will come here and they will take some practical knowledge from our country, from the policy level and from the academic level. Therefore, they come. So I would say that if we can increase our quality of education, then why? Why not other students will come? For example, if you just go for the history, like 10 years ago, now no one, or I would not say no one, China is not a good option for higher education before 10 years. But now a significant number of African and Asian students are doing their different degrees and programs in China. Why? Because they are also investing in their higher education, they are giving facilities, they are providing scholarships, and their educational quality is also increasing day by day. Therefore, they are also become a country where the students can learn, where the international student can come.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for like that question answer. So if I go to the another one, so what are the requirements are necessary to go to do the maybe higher study as well as to go to outside in abroad?
Okay, for a student, right?
Yeah, student. Yes.
Okay, okay. I'm not saying this. Sorry, I would not say that which type of student that means the under. You guys are going for masters or for PhD or for undergrad, whatever you think.
Whatever.
But I will say that the first one you have to decide. This okay, I will go. This is the first thing that you have to decide. Because I have seen a lots of students who are actually sometimes feel interested. Okay, I will go because he or she see that someone is already going or someone is preparing themselves for go for higher study, and they become interested. But when they go back to their home, then they actually forget it. So if you have to determine whether you will go or not. If you determine, then I think it is the starting point of for your higher education. Then you have to prepare for the procedure. That means which kind of procedure you want to follow. For example, it depends on the requirement. Requirement is depends on the university to university. But most of the cases I have seen that the English language test or TOEFL are two common thing that you need. So I will suggest that first you should prepare for your IELTS exam.
So if you something describes about the IELTS, it would be better for the watching. Well,
Actually, I'm not an expert in English language test, but I can say that if you want to go in any country of the world, I will suggest that you should start your process with IELTS exam.
yes.
Okay, and now how you can do that? That means
Yeah.
I have seen there are few students who are actually just take 1 week preparation and they just get a very good score. And there are some students who actually maybe take some 1 month preparation. They are not getting the expecting score. So sometimes also depends on luck, I would say. But I will not actually want to give an emphasis on the luck. But if you take better preparation, that means if you are determined, then definitely you will get a good result. I'm not sure that there are a significant number of students in our education sectors, they are actually feeling afraid to give an IELTS exam. But I don't know why. But they should not be afraid of, because you guys are already learning in English, right? In
Yeah.
your classroom, in your textbook, none of them are in Bengali language. Even your professor are also delivering their lecture by English. And you are giving a presentation in English, giving your viva in English. So why you became afraid just for a test? It's not a big deal. Reading test, listening test, speaking test, okay, and writing test.
Yes, sir.
So everything, so I think that the university students, they should not be afraid, because they are already accustomed with the IELTS materials or everything,
Yeah.
because you guys listening, learning, reading, and speaking all are in English. So you shouldn't be afraid of that. But you just get a preparation that how I will give the exam and how I can get a preparation. So if you are determined, I think this if you take a 1 or 2 month preparation for IELTS exam, it will be enough for you. And this is the main thing I will say, because if you want to apply any university of the country, that is one of the basic requirements that you have to fill up. You have now, most of the students have now everything, like your honors degree already complete or your BBA degree already completed, and you have certificate, you have the ACC and HC certificate and mark sheet. You just combine this all file into a folder, and then you just give your exam as exam, and when you will get your certificate, all are finished. Then just apply.
Yes, sir.
And another thing, if you are confused about the process, how I will actually apply, then you can also ask question to the university website. There's something like a phone number or email address. I will not suggest to call them because it will be costly definitely for the people of our country or the students. So you guys just can send an email, and they are very gentle and they will reply, because they want foreign students. Remember one thing. Sometimes we think that maybe if I apply, I will not get an admission. No, there's a very good chances that you will get admission, almost 90%. If you just require if you just fill up the requirement, minimum requirement, they will give you an admission,
Yeah.
because foreign students is one of the source of their income. So why they will deny that? Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
The important thing that you should be concerned about the scholarship.
So yeah, so scholarship maybe some people are looking for scholarship and some people are going without scholarship to another country. So what are the difference between scholarship as well as without scholarship? So who are going to outside? So if you say briefly,
Okay, as simple this, if you have money, then you can go for self-funded. You don't have to be concerned about the scholarship.
any country can I go?
Yeah, why not? I think I don't find any problem, because you have to apply, and if you fill the requirement and if they choose you, then you can go.
And scholarship?
For example,
Yep. It's,
if you want to study in Nordic country like something, for example, Norway, Sweden, Finland, and these countries do not have a, sorry, Scandinavian country, Nordic country. They don't have, all countries have no embassy and visa processing system in our country. But still you can go. They will give you an information. You will just go to India, then you will apply for your visa, then fly from any country. So, okay, for the scholarship,
yeah.
scholarship and non-scholarship, there are three types of students, I will say. First, who are rich, simply they have their money and they can spend it for their higher education. They just simply give the tuition fee and just join the university. You will find a significant number of people in our group. The second student who consider that I have not a single piece of money. money or I don't have a single coin. So if any country or any university give me a scholarship, then I will go. Like me, I will say I have no money, so I always consider that if I find any scholarship, then I will go. So you will find lots of people like that, and they are fully dependent on scholarship. And now you will find the third category of student who consider that okay, I will I will be not funded or I didn't get any scholarship. So what I will do? So they actually sometimes communicate with the university. Sometimes university reduce their tuition fees, or some universities actually give a stipend for your admission. Then they decided that okay, if I get relief, if I don't have to pay the university fee, it is a big chance for me. So I have to just work for my living cost. So they decided to go, and when they go to the other countries, they just manage a part-time job, and they are doing their job to manage their normal life or to live themselves. But for the university fee, they are managing it by the some small scholarship from the universities. And you will find that another types of students who are considered that okay, if I can give the first semester amount of money to the university, then I will go there and I will do part-time job, and by this money I will feed myself, I will pay my accommodation, and I will also pay the university tuition fee. Okay,
Yes.
so they will work and they will study. Simple. Do you understand? Three types
Yeah,
of
yeah,
students.
yeah, yeah. Thank you very
Okay.
much, sir.
And
Sir,
students should not be afraid that if I don't get any scholarship, maybe I cannot go for higher education. No, I have seen lots of Indian students. They are actually coming here in Europe and they are doing their part-time job and they are studying in the very good university. So why not the students of our country?
yeah, yeah, sir.
Yeah.
Hello. So yeah, sir, you're maybe discussing as well as exploring all of things, maybe pros and cons. And thank you very much. Some people are watching us as well as they are getting information. And thank. If I say that, sir, what are the problem as well as the disadvantage of the scholarship as well as the higher study outside? Maybe some people are going to as a new environment over there. Some people can't adapt over there. So how can cope up with over there one new student? So if you say your experience as well as something.
Okay. It's an also an important thing because when you come to a new environment, then you may feel some depressed or something like feeling lonely in a new environment or even a new weather. Like if you come in some European countries, they're very cold, and some countries are like Bangladesh. So definitely is a fact. So I will say this is not a big problem, but if you are a little bit extrovert and if you are friendly, then you can familiar or you can communicate with people. It will be not a big deal. Yeah, definitely. But you have to make sure that in the Western world you will see even not the Western world. Actually, I'm the same from my experience since I'm not an expert on higher education. I'm just sharing my experience. Since I have visited some countries where my semester was going on, so I have seen this actually that people are most of the people are friendly. So if you just communicate with them and if you can make a friendship with them, then it will be not a big fact that you will feel lonely or you face any types of that means problem or you become depressed. And if you have any kinds of problem like in academic level, You can directly communicate with your professor, with your university authorities. They are very helpful and they will definitely give you a solution. Number one.
Yeah.
And third thing is that is the most important thing. In different universities, you will find a small Bangladeshi society or a big Bangladeshi student society, or even in the community level where you will live, you will find lots of Bangladeshi people. So you can communicate with them and you can join with them for a hangout and for just for a coffee, then you will feel that there's some people who are also from the Bangladesh, then you will find a little Bangladesh in your area or in your university. So that make you feel very good. And I will say that parallelly you have to communicate and meet with the other people from different parts of the world. So you can also learn them, and they can also learn you and your country because you are the representative of your country. So it is a good chance to know about them and to inform them about ours. That means our country. So if you are engaging yourself with the different activities that is provided by the university, especially and also by the community, then I think you will feel good. And the problem, another problem that I will say that if any student decided that, okay, I will pursue my higher study based on my work, then I think that they should actually do some research before coming here, that what type of job opportunity I will get and what type of job I will do, because you are not someone, the citizen of the country like any European country. So you cannot expect that if I come to United Kingdom, I will get a government job level job from the very beginning. And you are a student, right? So you have to do some part-time job.
Yeah.
So you have to be mentally prepared for that. And in European countries, all jobs are equally treated. Means all jobs are respectful. It's not like our countries that we don't respect the rickshaw or that means the vegetable seller or something like a bus
Yes, sir.
driver, plumber, okay, farmer, fisherman. We consider these types of professional low level profession, and we do not respect them. This is our fault. Okay, this is I
Yeah.
think this is not a culture. This is our fault. And we should treat everyone from by their profession. We should treat them respectfully. And you will find in most of the countries in Europe you will find that. So if you come in this country, you can do a different types of job. But if you hate this types of job, then you should think first. Can I do this types of job if I go to this country? Then you can come, because from the very beginning you will not get a very high paid or high level job because you are just a student. So you have
Yeah.
to finish your degree, you have to get your primary experience, then you can get a better job. But primarily you have to do a part-time waiter or in a warehouse or as a salesman or something like that.
Okay.
But
Yes.
I'm not saying that someone not getting the um, good job. For example, if you are a PhD student or a research student, that you may get a teacher assistance in your university, or sometimes a library work, library job in your respective university. But and if you are a scholarship student, then you don't have to think anything. You will just go and just start, because they
Start.
will pay for you. And if you have money, then you don't need to work. But if you don't have money, you can work. But I have seen some people who have actually money, but they are doing some job, part-time job, because of their experience. For example, some internship or some like a small research survey they are participating. Why? Because of the experience, not for the money.
Yes, sir. So one thing more. So maybe some maybe I'm a graduate right now. So from Bangabandhu Sheikh Science and Technology University, Department of Marketing. So sir, if I want to go to outside country like European countries and other countries, some people maybe are my friends as well as my neighbors, my society people, they do think that I'm going to there for incoming money. So actually it is not. So I'm going to for higher study. But some people are saying that if you go to the outside, you will go to the job for part-time job, maybe restaurant or something. Maybe restaurant job is available there. So they're saying that you will go for a job, not study. Maybe some people are ignoring as well as maybe insulting to some people. So maybe it is maybe a superstition for our country as well as some of the people and some backdated people. So what do you think about that one, sir?
That means, what is your question? That means the
My question
perception
is
of.
that perception of our neighbor society people, they do think that we are going for outside for incoming money, but
Okay,
they don't
yeah,
think that we are going for not for high study, just that
yeah. It's very, very much true. Even I have also faced this types of problem. Some people of my country, even my locality, they consider that I have a huge amount of money since I'm living here and I'm working here. But that's a false assumption because I'm not doing a job or I'm not earning money here. I'm just studying. I'm just studying for my education. So it is their perception. You cannot do anything for that. Yeah, it is true. There are some students who come here because they think that they will go there only for their career or for their job or for earning money, not for higher study. So it is not a totally a false perception by our people. It's also true. And it has happened in most of the time in like a few years I have seen when there are lots of people come to United Kingdom because now I have seen they are actually doing different types of job though they have come here for their higher education but they didn't continue that. Now they are doing job. It is their personal perception. I respect their decision because they have some family needs. They have a different career plan. So you cannot push them or you cannot say anything to them because their needs and your needs are different. So they came here as a student, then they giving priority to their job for earning money, and it can be happening. So I will not say this is a bad choice because it depends on their personal experience and personal family background and also their intention. And I have seen a lot of students who are coming here to doing for study, and they are actually doing a lot hard work. And after by getting doing the hard work, they also maintain their education, and they are regularly participating in class and give their exam, and now they are graduated, and now they are getting the good job because as a student you will not get a very good job because you don't have a degree, but when you complete your post graduation or phd, then you have a very good degree that you can apply for a better job. And now I have seen after finishing their education, now they are not doing a normal job, now they are doing a very high paid job. So you will find that lots of people like that. So it depends on students what they want to do. But it is true that you will find two types of student.
So one question more. So maybe our Bangladesh's MB maybe masters as well as outside the masters. So what is the difference? Maybe right now if I do the masters in Bangladesh, maybe it will be cost around 1 lakh or maybe 115 lakh maybe. So if I go to the outside, maybe 10 lakh as well as maybe 20 lakh will be occurred if I go to Australia, Canada. So after completing the masters over the Australia, Canada, I will have to come back in our country. So what will be the difference between our country's MBA as well as their country's MBA? So will I get any kind of opportunity in your company as well as the government to get high job as well as something prestigious jobs?
Okay, actually, higher education is always expensive, and we are lucky that in our country we actually get this higher education almost free, I would say. But in most of the European countries, higher education, even the American, North American, and Australia, Higher education is expensive, and most of the time I have seen a lots of students who are actually complete their undergraduate degree, that is graduation, not the masters, and they are after that they are doing their job because it is not mandatory to get a job that you have to take a two degree like honors and masters. That means BBA or MBA, BSS or MSS. It is not needed. If you want to get a job, most of the time graduation is enough. Even it is in our country also. If you complete your graduation, then you can join BCS exam, you can join APR related or PSC related all exam. Honors is the final degree for you for getting your job. Now, the why people are doing master's degree or something like that.
Yeah.
In Western countries, I will say the people who are actually getting the higher education, that means postgraduate level or PhD level, their career plan is related with most of the time in research related career, or they are as a working as an academician or as a teacher in universities or colleges or even school. Okay, so if you want to pursue your academic or research career, then you need post graduation, PhD, or something like that. It is that most of the tradition in these types of countries. But I would not say that the people who are doing the other job they are not getting they are not taking their post graduation. They are also doing that, but that is depends on their career plan and also their background. And most of the time, I have seen there's some people, some students who are complete their graduation and now they are doing their job. And after doing 3 or 4 years job experience, then they will go for another degree like a master's or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily that in our country what we have done that we always graduated, then parallelly we are postgraduated in the next year. It's the most of the time we are doing that in our country, but here is not something like that. You will find a significant number of students who are complete their honors degree or graduation degree undergraduate program, then they are doing their job. It is not a fact.
Okay, sir.
So fact is that if you do a foreign degree in outside of country, then what is the benefit of our country? That means what you can get. Like I'm not sure actually, but some countries have a 2 years master's program. Some countries have 1 year's master's program, and some masters are 2 years by research, and some are fully taught masters. So when you will get a 2 years degree, 2 years master degree, then definitely you will learn lots of things. And I will not say that 1 year's masters are not good. 1 year's masters are most popular because when you complete your marketing degree, for example, you will be graduated and postgraduate on marketing, right?
Yeah.
Now you can do another masters on the more narrow. You can narrow down your discipline, like in online marketing. You can take another post graduation degree or master degree in online marketing, right?
Yeah.
You can also learn something like a management information. That means you can narrow down your discipline. Okay, that means you cannot you marketing is a discipline, and you will find a different fraction of it where you can specialize yourself, right?
Yeah.
Like business marketing, social
Yeah.
marketing, physical channel marketing. Though I am not
Yes.
a student of marketing, but I'm saying that you can now specialize yourself in one particular marketing field.
Yeah.
So you can do your degree on that, and I think that will be the good decision. And because all of you guys are doing your graduation and post graduation or masters, now the recruitment officers or agencies they will search someone who are specialized on something. So you can specialize yourself in a particular sector. For example, I already graduated and post-graduated on international relations. So now I am choosing security field because it is a part of my international relations program.
Yeah.
And I want to be expert on that. Therefore, I'm just thinking this, okay, I will take a degree on security. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, sir, one thing more, maybe you will tell it briefly. One thing like that. So, who are going to outside for just a just a degree, not anything else for money or anything else. So, what should do in the beginning or in the last time, the middle time for a student in outside?
Okay. If anyone want to go for only for study, then definitely it is a good sign. And I will suggest them from the very beginning, you should be serious because here the semester is very packed and very small, like 4 months, and then after 4 months everything is finished and you will go for vacation then after 4 months. So in the 4 or 5 months, sometimes 5 months, but most of the time 4 months. So within the 4 months you have to cope up with a lots of things. Here, I'm not sure from my experience, it's a fully packed. That means you have lots of presentation, report writing, essay writing, and also giving exam. So I will suggest, so if you want to become a serious from the beginning, then you cannot expect a better or good result. Because you know there's in our honors degree or undergrad program, we have 4 years, right?
Yeah,
So at least we have time. That means 8 semester. If
it's
you do
semester.
if you just if your result fall in the first semester, then it is very there's good chances you can recover it.
Yeah,
But in master's program, it is usually two
it's not
semesters. So if you
what
can
up.
lose, yes, if you can lose yourself, there is no chance to recover it. So I would say you should be serious on that from the very beginning. And I would also suggest that when you go to the university from the very beginning, you should be familiar with the old systems of the university. Like their most of the their reading materials are provided by their online and their website. You have a student ID and you will get everything from their website. Okay, and from the student portal. So if you can utilize this types of system from the very beginning perfectly, then you can do well and you can get attached with all systems. Otherwise, if it takes time, it will actually take your time from your overall master's program.
Yes,
Do
sir.
you understand?
Yeah,
And
yes, sir. Sir.
last, okay,
Last, yeah, yeah, please.
last thing, I will also suggest that before going to the university or going to participate in your program, it is better to learn something about the university, about the whole area of the society, and also about the accommodation system, and also the food culture and also the way of life and also about your discipline. And I was understood that because if you come here, after coming here, if you just find everything new, then when you learn everything, your master degree will be finished. So you cannot actually enjoy your whole life, student life in outside of country, and you cannot, I will not say that you cannot learn, but definitely it will impact on your learning because if you are facing problem with food or culture or accommodation or environment, then definitely it will impact on your study. So if you have some background knowledge on that, then you feel that okay, I know it is something like that, so it will be not a big problem for me because I'm mentally prepared. I just want to say be mentally prepared to accustom to it or to engage yourself in a new society, new environment, and new university.
And sir, one question if I say that, so maybe some people are planning, maybe students are planning to go to outside, maybe European countries. Some people has dream about to settle down over there. So some people are taking this opportunity to take the scholarship over there as well as they are going to there to be settled down over there. So what should do to be settled down over there with maybe studying as well as for the long time. Maybe some people are dreaming like that, sir. So who wants to be settled down over there? Who want to take the citizen over there? Maybe what types of card maybe will have to take to long term live over there. So what should do? Maybe I don't know. So maybe you know about that one. So what should do to get the permanent citizen over there? Maybe permanent.
And I understood your question. Actually, it's very common for all over the world and for all the students, especially who are coming in Europe or America outside from the European continent, especially from the most of the Asian, African, and Latin American and Caribbean students. They are thinking that after finishing my program or degree, then what I will do, I want to settle myself in the country where I have studied, because it is quite natural. Because, for example, you have to spend a lot of time and a huge amount of money, and
Money.
you also work very hard. And for our country's students, I will say that if some students who are self-funded, they are doing hours of work, or they are taking their money from their home. So if they don't get a job in the outside of their country, then they cannot actually, I will not say that if they cannot actually manage their job, they can do some of them are actually getting back to our country. So that's why they know that if they go come back in Bangladesh, so maybe they will not get a good salary in terms of their degree or in terms of their quality.
Yeah.
Therefore, they are also thinking that if I can stay in the European country, then I will be paid high and I can support myself, also my family members. It's quite natural. And they want to settle in here. It's very common, I will say.
It's common.
Okay. So the process, I don't know actually the process at all, but as far as I hear some of my friends, is the system is something like when you are starting here, you have to be, you have to know about the immigration policy of this country, and it depends on country to country. For example, I can say that if you want to work in United Kingdom,
Yeah.
then you have to, after your education, you have to be your sponsored by your employer, who have the right, and everyone cannot employ sponsor you, and your salary have to be around 30,000 pounds. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so 30,000 pounds. That means if your employer or any organization sponsor you, then you can work here. And for the permanent residents, you have to wait like until 9 years or 10 years. I'm not sure about the uh, times of United Kingdom, but it is something like that, around 10 years. And another thing, okay, I'm thinking there's maybe something like a fall. Okay. Okay. Another thing is that it depends on country to country. Some countries' immigration policy is more liberal, some are more strict. It depends on that system. But the good news is that in United Kingdom, I have heard that if any students come here and after finishing their after finishing their study, they will they can stay in United Kingdom for more 2 years. So
For
by
2 years.
doing, yeah, it's a very good chance because after finishing your education, you can stay
So
in
why?
United Kingdom. It's the immigration policy. It's the new immigration policy. They want to implement it from the 2020 that after finishing your education, you can stay here until 2 years. If you don't find any job, it's okay, but you can stay here you can you can do your job, you can search your job, that means, and saying this, you can do your normal job, and then you can search a better job, and if any job will sponsor you, then you can extend your duration of staying here. And after a certain period, you will be a permanent residents of this country. And therefore, it is a good opportunity, I will say, because, for example, we cannot stay after completing our visa time or after completing our study. But the new students who will come here after finishing their study, they will get a chance to stay here 2 years for searching their job. So by these 2 years, you can search one job and you can do whatever you like. And some other countries like Germany or like Sweden, these countries, after finishing your job, you can stay there and you can search your job, you can do job. And there are some countries who will not consider the student period as a period of their residency permission or something like that. So after finishing your education, when you will enter into a job, you have to pay tax, you have to live there, and after a certain amount of period, like in Ireland, it will take 6 years. After 6 years, you will get a permanent residency. Do you understand? And
Yeah,
in
yeah,
Sweden, the process are same thing. After, and there are some other countries, yeah, if you can stay there 6 years or 7 years, then you will get a passport of these countries. It's also possible.
yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, it's time to take questions, sir.
Yes.
Sir, we are taking questions. So, who want to ask anything else about the high study? Anyone can ask the question. So, first question is that one. So,
Okay. Yeah.
Sadia Afrin Kumu. So, which country is better for a student of international relationship to go for high study? Is there any special requirement for getting scholarships?
Which country is better for international relations? Okay. Uh, uh, it's a little bit complex to say because the better, good, best better is depends on person to person. And so, if I can say overall the academic field, I will say United States, United Kingdom, definitely United Kingdom, then also United States, Australia, Canada. These four countries are best for international relations. And you need special requirement. There is not a special requirement.
Sir,
If you have a
can you
honor.
hear me, sir? Maybe.
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Okay. So some people is saying that. So having trouble to hear the sound. So loudly, please. We will tell out loudly, sir.
Okay, okay. I'm not sure. Just should I start from beginning or
Okay, sir. That's zero issue.
okay? And the special requirement. There is no special requirement. I already told you guys that in almost all countries you have to submit your IELTS score and your honors or undergrad program result, whatever you called
So actually,
it.
sir, how much the IELTS band is in SI?
Minimum six.
Okay, sir. Carry on.
Minimum six, but some university can take five, but I didn't see any types of that requirement. But minimum six, I have seen in different universities for international relations. Minimum six.
Hello.
Hello. Hmm.
Please, sir.
Yeah, I already finished. That means, well, maybe they didn't hear it. Okay. Minimum
Okay,
score,
sir, I got your point, sir.
it depends on university to university. Some university require 7.5, some university require 8, some universities 7, 6.5, 6. But I would say at least 6 if you want to apply for a
Maybe
university.
sir, six
Then
band is safe zone. Maybe under
yeah,
the under six is the danger zone, right?
danger zone. Six zone, I would say that it's not safe actually because if you get a six result, then you may apply in some universities. If
But to
you
get
if
but to get
you
scholarship,
if you
how
get
much
if,
is
yeah, I'm coming from there. If you get a 7, 8, then you have a lots of option. You can apply almost every university in the world by your 80 score. Okay, now scholarship. It is also sometimes depends on your current academic result, your statement of purpose, and sometimes your working experience. But it's not mandatory that all scholarship working experience is needed because you are a student. So how university can expect an experience from you, right?
yeah?
But but the fact is that they will judge your academic result, your statement of purpose. That is the most valuable thing I will say because in statement of purpose, you can simply sell yourself that who I am, what can I do, what is my vision, okay, what can I contribute, what can I learn. So this is the they will consider this thing also, and sometimes some scholarship they require uh, job experience or any types of professional experience, but most of the scholarship for the master's degree, I will say, they didn't require job experience.
Yeah.
So after finishing your honors degree, and if you have an IELTS score, then you can apply. It's
Thank you,
not
sir.
a big deal.
Thank you, sir. So once again, Sadia Finkum, very happy to see you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sir, Mijanur Rahman Mijan, sir, and our department. Assalamu alaikum, sir. কেমন আছেন?
Walaikum assalam.
Okay, sir. Another question is that maybe it is general question. So Turhan, maybe question is which country is better for post graduation in agriculture studies?
Agriculture studies. I'm not the right person to answer this question because I'm not a student from this field. Uh, you can ask some students or people who are actually studying in agriculture or agriculture technology. Uh, but you can search. I would say that you can just Google it, which country is best for agricultural degree, agricultural science, or whatever you want to write. You can go there. For example,
Yes,
I
sir.
have, there's it's not necessarily that you have to choose the country. You have to choose the university. Which university is best for what?
Yeah.
For example,
So
if I just say to you that would you like to go in Singapore for higher education, or would you like to go in Norway for higher education? Maybe most of the people will say, "Oh, Norway, where we go," but you guys don't know Singapore is very, very quality and very quality education. And if you search a top level university, you will find two universities in top 10 from Singapore. So it depends on university. It depends on their uh, expertise on the relevant field. So you can search on that. But I cannot specifically answer you that which country is best for agriculture degree. I'm sorry.
okay, okay, sir. Sir, maybe 1 hour already crossed, sir. So we are going to end our end broadcast. Thank you very much. So before ending our broadcast, so at the very last time, we all people on behalf of university, on behalf of my all of fellow friends, my student, you want to know something, especially suggestion from you about the higher study the last time, sir.
Okay. Uh, Finally, thank you to all of the people who watch this program. A special thanks to Noor, who actually organized this
It's my
program.
pleasure.
I'm happy to share my experience and feeling. I again told you that I'm not an expert in the field of higher education, but I will suggest you that you guys don't need to hear from what I have said and don't need any expertise knowledge. Now you have the big search engine Google. You can Google everything and you will find whatever you want. Yeah, regarding the higher education, I will say from my experience that it is best to search everything by yourself. You shouldn't actually, if you think that, okay, if I can talk with someone, they can suggest me what I will do. No, you decide and you search it. How can you achieve it? And you will find almost every detail, whatever you like regarding your higher study.
Yeah.
So be patient and be hard worker and be determined to what you want to do. And if you think this, okay, I want to go in United Kingdom or United States for my higher education, okay, then search it, the top level university or the university which you want to study or your relevant field, just study and go to their website. You will find the different bar like an application option, apply option, requirement, scholarship opportunity, okay, and and also contact. So you can see what is the requirement. You can see is there any scholarship opportunities. You can click there and just read it. And if you have any confusion, directly communicate with them. I'm not the right person to answer all of your questions. No one can do that. But it is better to know the answer directly from the university where you want to apply. Just email them, they will answer your question. And you can also ask them that I already finished my graduation from Department of Marketing uh, at Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Science and Technology University. Now I want to pursue, but I want to do another master's degree from the field of marketing or something like that. Uh, do you have any scholarship opportunity in your department? They will answer you. Even if you don't find any scholarship in their website, you can directly ask them. They will tell you that if they have, then they will definitely answer your question. That yeah, you can apply in this scholarship. And final thing, another thing is this is the right time now because the most of the scholarship are actually offered in this coming session, like from the September to January, end of January, you will find most of the scholarship program. I will say from August actually, from August to January, you will find
So
most of the scholarship opportunity
so
will be
that is
offered.
yeah. So
And
that
I
is
will, yeah.
so that is the point, sir. And who are right now under depressed, they got this information. Maybe January or February they will get something offer about the scholarship. Thank you very much, and thank you very much about that
No,
one. And
not
who are
January, February. I'm saying
maybe
from August to
August.
January, end of the January, most of the scholarship are actually you will find in different website for the application. So you can apply there and hope for the best. Apply as many as you can. Don't think that I will apply for only one. No, just utilize your chances. Utilize your best option.
Right now. Yeah.
You can apply as many as you can, then just wait. Hopefully, you
Yes.
will find it get
Yeah.
better.
Yes. This is the high time to get preparation about the high study. So maybe one question has arisen right now, sir. Could you take it?
Yeah, sure.
Uh, which country is the best? Which is the best year to study abroad as an undergrad student?
Which is the best year? Uh, Sorry, I don't understand the question. That means which year is the best to
So maybe
study abroad in the
maybe
mathematics?
he's
Okay, that means you
maybe
were thinking that in your first year or second year or third year.
yeah, he's missing maybe that one.
Okay, if you are that means if you are consider this thing, then I will say don't think about higher education, about your career plan or something like that from the beginning of your university life. First year, second year, third year, you just read your own materials, your academic uh, literature or something like that, that which is
Yeah,
directly related to your degree. After that, in fourth year, you can just familiar with different things, either higher study or job related thing.
yeah,
But I will not suggest to do anything like from the beginning of the your first year. I'm little bit actually depressed by seeing some students in our university who are actually getting their preparation for the BCS exam from the very beginning of their university life.
yeah,
So
yes, sir. After getting the admission of the university, they are tracking maybe buying some the business MP3 as well as some job solution book as well as they're keeping it the book down as well as the something the travel chair as well as they're starting day by day MP3 as well as they're memorizing a lot of things about the BCS and to get the job of government. So
yes,
maybe it's
I'm
maybe
not discouraging you
yeah,
to go for a BCS exam or go for a higher study. Yeah, you will do that, but there are some time when you have to study. But if you think that I will do it from the very beginning of my university life, then what is your why you admitted in the university? Just for only for a pass or just a degree to apply in job market? No, I will not say that. If a students who have a very good academic knowledge, they can survive in all over the world. And they can survive. They can qualify in the all exam. If your basement is strong,
yeah,
and your basement will be created by your academic learning, not by the only the BCS theme from the very beginning. There is no need to learn that which is the capital of Azerbaijan
otherwise yeah,
and what is the name of the currency in Sweden. You don't need to memorize these things like for 4 and 5 years. Do you think that?
yeah, I do think so.
Therefore,
I agree.
therefore, you should concentrate on your academic life and academic uh, education. Then, when you are going to finish it, then you have to think on that. That okay, what type of career I want to choose. Then you go for it. And there are a significant number of people who are now completing who are now actually getting their job in BCS exam, and after getting the after sorry the BCS, after getting their job in civil service, now they are coming to the higher education. So there's also good chances of
Yeah.
that. Not necessarily that if you go for BCS, then maybe you cannot go for higher study. No. If you go for BCS or any types of government job, you have an opportunity to come in the outside to work for your higher education. You have that opportunity.
So I do
But
think for private sector is totally open for all of the student than the government job. Government job is too much competitive right now in Bangladesh. Maybe there's not available the what the sector to get the job of the government. But private sector is now widely as well as the multinational company, international company, Coca-Cola, PepsiCo, as well as all of the country like that's Unilever, they're coming, country as well as they're giving a lot of job to the hands of with the hands of salary. But who are the less of the under backdate of the government job? Maybe they are losing their time, maybe 2, 3, 5, or 6 years. They're trying to take the BCS as of the sector, but ultimately, and to who has the luck, they're getting the job, and to with the memorizing, but to who doesn't have the luck, as well as maybe they already lost the 7 or the 5 years, maybe. So if they execute their life in the private sector, like the huge company, national company, international, multinational company, that would shine the life with the handsome salary, as well as they will get the fulfill shine the life. I do think. And I was maybe 3 4 months in the one company, the Magna Group of Industry in Bangladesh, and which is the national company. They're exporting, importing to outside country. And yeah, and they're getting a lot of the people, maybe students from our private and public university as well. They're giving a handsome salary, as well as their work condition, as well as like this another country, their environment, their customized, everything is too much good than government job sector. But our country, maybe our father or mother or neighbor or society, they are pursuing to us to get government job, so security. They want security. This mean uh,
And yeah, you are absolutely right. Though I am actually today I'm talking about the higher education, therefore I'm going to wait for the full career plan or career something like that. There's another issues. If I meet with you guys again, then I will talk with you about that. But I will just want to say this types of culture and this type of thinking, you guys should break this, right? Because to be a BCS cadre is not the final destination of all people. It should not be. We need everyone. We need
so
agriculture
even
specialists.
even every year 5 plus student, Bangladesh, they are taking the from of business, even they're giving the business exam. So actually, 2000 or by 50, 2000 to 20, 2,200 people are getting the business job, as well as another sector. Maybe totally, maybe tough to get it tough.
And I'm
Uh,
not sure why every people actually became very much interested to get a BCS job because there are some definitely there are some reason and you have already said the security, maybe the power, everything. But just remember one thing: a country is built up by the private sector as public sector as well as by the private sector. And private
so,
sector has a very good big contribution in
so
job market.
can I
Yes.
say something about this one? So when sir, I was in university maybe 2 or 3 years back, and I was total opposite of the business of the government sector. Because of that, a lot of people are going to the maybe civil engineering, as well as engineering doctorate, as well as something good subject in the public university. As also, our government is giving a lot of the what the money, as well as they are maybe taking a lot of the what the burden of us. They're taking the passion, maybe government giving a lot of money, as well as in our public sector. So actually, and who are doing the civil engineering, their degree, as well as the pharmacy, as well as another the high quality degree, ultimately they are tackling the business preparation, as well as they especially they are not tackling they're not expert about their subject, as well as our country is giving a lot of money this sector. So ultimately the subject doesn't matter, and in the business sector I do think that. So who are the Islamic study, who are the culture, who are the our musical study, and they are taking the business, as well as they are getting, as well as. So ultimately, our country, our government is giving a lot of money in this sector. Ultimately, our government getting nothing from there. The result is zero. So ultimately, when we take the expert and for the breeze, as well as other things, when we take the decision, we have to take the expert from another country like European country, Canada, Australia, the USA. But so ultimately, we have to give a lot of money to the private sector like that another country, as well as our countries. But ultimately, our government get nothing. So here is the main problem is one thing. So our government is giving a lot of priority in the business and the government sector. So that's why we are pursuing in the government sector. So our government losing with the both side, with the public sector giving a lot of money, as well as the and government is giving a lot of money to export to outside country. So always I opposite this one. So why you want to be a BCS? So why you are coming this civil engineer, the triple subject, pharmacy subject, as well as something valuable subject. So why you're coming? So go to the maybe normal subject. Maybe it is not normal subject. Please go to the just like that related to the BCS sector, BCS subject. So this is my opinion.
Yeah, I respect your opinion, but I a little bit disagree with you in some cases. Actually, you are partially right. When the government actually make the salary equal for the whole government. That means when the government increases salary for the government level job, then people became more interested to join in this government level job. But it's also true that private level job is also offering a very good salary. They are also offering 40,000 or 50,000. But now people are considering that you have already said the security. If I get a government job, I don't have to think anything in future of my life. That means government job will not be gone. It is permanent. In private job, you have maybe a risk. Okay, if I cannot perform, maybe I will lose my job. But there is not no there is we don't see any chances to lose the government job in our country. Therefore, people think that, and also maybe there's some power of government level job. People also consider this. But I will just sideline all of these things. Government is not responsible for everything. Government don't say that everyone should have to give for BCS exam, but it is the problem of public. That means it's the problem of ours. Why our family? Why our father and mother? Why our community people just represent BCS as an only sector where if you can get a job in this government level, then you are successful. And
Yeah.
if you are doing anything rather than government level job, then you are failure. It is the problem of our society and our
Our
mentality.
society, like that
Our
actually.
not the mental. It is not the problem of government. And our we can say that yeah, our private sector should also be reformulated or just restructured, because the private organization also provide some facilities and
Yeah.
some job guarantee and some pension scheme for their employee. Then people became also interested to do that. And I will also say that you guys are the young generation. So why you guys are always dependent on, okay, if I can get a job, then I will be successful. No, you can do something by yourself also. And in this world, that means in this globalized world, you have an option to work in all over the world. So why you are just thinking that if I cannot successful in BCS exam, then maybe I am a loser, I am failure. No, then the people like me, we have to give up our job and we have to go for BCS. Then who will teach you?
Yeah.
Right? That
Yes.
means we need all sectors and we need all quality people in our all sectors. I'm not saying there's the BCS an engineer or something cannot go for BCS. They can also go for BCS because they have some relevant branches where they can contribute. But the fact is that doesn't matter that all people have to go for BCS. Then who
Yes.
will take care of the banking system for the business, because business is the heart of the economy, right? Government is service, so they will service the common public. And the business, that means the people who are doing business or in the private sector job, they are also giving the service and they will run the economy, right?
Yeah.
So
Right.
the private sector has a very big contribution for the development of
Yeah.
country.
Development of mind. Yes, sir. Thank you very much for your
and
contribution.
and and if the quality people go for private sector and also in the government level, then we will get the best result.
Yeah.
And our society should respect all types of job that I have said to you in the beginning of our discussion.
So, so all sectors are necessary in our country as well as export and necessary. So we are not demotivating some people. Please don't go to the this job, this job. So we are just saying our opinion. So thank you very much, sir, and thank you very much for giving your valuable information. Uh, with a lot of technical problem, as well as you have said a lot of things, as well as you have said maybe information. You give ultimately you give a lot of things in this session, as well as my all of my who are watcher and who are watching and who will watch after ending our session. So all are very, 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 very invited, as well as all are very good, and have to nice to see you, sir. As well as thank you very much on behalf of all of my friends to you for giving your time, your informative session. Thank you very much, sir. So as well as we will try to, if we need you as well. So, yeah, and you are teacher and we always need you. Always we need your support. Always you need advice or suggestion. So if we need you in future, then we will try to knock you. As well as I hope I people will get what response from you. I should think so.
Yeah, sure. You guys can, if you have any question, particularly your higher education or something like that, then you can ask me through email or messenger, whatever you like. But email will be preferred. But I because I check my email, so you can do that. I will give my email ID in the description box or comments box. Then you can see. And finally, I'm saying this again that maybe I have seen a lot of things and something may be wrong, but I apologize for that. If anyone hurt by any comments of mine, I apologize for that. But I want just to say that be determined and be patient and be respectful to all. Therefore, I think that you can take a better decision, whatever you want to do. And the last thing that what Noor said already that we are not actually discourage anyone to do anything or to go for any job. We are just telling everyone that everyone should respect to everyone from each background, whatever
Yeah,
his or her background. But we should not be focused on only one thing. Yeah, definitely you have a dream and you can pursue that. But if you can fail on that, it is doesn't mean that your life is in. You can do a lots of things and you can be successful on the other parts. So thank you for inviting me again.
thank you. It's my pleasure, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. See you later.
See you.